flying the Cap 10 in the north of Sweden, following the Luleälven River and Highway 97 towards Luleå. The time is just after 11 p.m. This is the land of the midnight sun. Keeping 2,000 feet altitude, follow the highway, keeping it on your left. We're going to explore how we can deal with in-flight malfunctions. When things don't go to plan, having a structured approach makes your decision-making easier. When an incident occurs in flight, the first step is always to take a moment to correctly fly the aeroplane. Depending on what happened, this could be easy or difficult. For example, if you're straight and level and you have a radio issue, remaining straight and level would not be too difficult. Whereas a failure during an approach may require a go-round. As such, the very first step after an issue is to aviate. Once the flight path is under control, we navigate. We ensure that we're on a safe flight path, perhaps following a procedure, or to change our route to account for the failure. The third initial action is to communicate. If appropriate, tell ATC that you're encountering difficulties so they can offer assistance. Aviate, navigate, communicate. These three things performed in order will keep you safe in the short term. Now it's time to figure out what to do next. One such process for decision making is DODA. We start with diagnose. Make sure we've correctly identified exactly what has happened. Then we gather our options. Can we continue as planned, or do we need to divert? Next, we decide on our most suitable option. Once a decision has been reached, we can assign tasks, such as informing ATC and setting our avionics. Finally, we review our decision to check if anything has changed. You can use DODA either flying solo or as a crew, so it has broad use and can be applied to whatever kind of flying you're doing. Carry on flying towards Luleå. I'm not sure what that was, but we might have hit a bird. Aviate. Keep us flying safely straight and level at 2,000 feet. The ASI's drop to 0. Navigate. Continue to follow the road and river. Communicate. We don't need any immediate ATC assistance, so we won't make any radio calls just yet. Now we've completed our initial actions, we can shift our focus onto what comes next. Diagnose, it appears to be a bird strike which has damaged the pitot tube and therefore our airspeed indication. I can see some damage down my side on the right flap. It might be worth testing it so we know what we're dealing with. Bring the speed back to what feels like slow flight. Now that we've slowed, try and set takeoff flaps. It's giving us roll to the right, so it looks like it was bird damage to the right flap. Increase power and accelerate back up to what feels like normal flight speed. Retract the flaps again now to stop the roll, and we'll talk about our options. Options. Indicated airspeed is a crucial parameter for safe flight, so we wouldn't be likely to continue a long cross-country trip. Without our flaps, it limits the airfields we can land at, as without them we'll have a longer landing distance. Luleå is just up ahead and would be an ideal place to land. Decide. Landing at Luleå seems like a safe option, as continuing would not be easy, plus there may be other damage we're yet to discover. Assign. I'll let air traffic know that we'd like to land. Luleå Tower, Sierra Echo, Foxtrot Sierra Alpha.
Sierra Sierra Alpha, Luleå Tower, pass your message.
Sierra Sierra Alpha, Mundry Cap 10, 2000 feet VFR at Unbyn, with an airspeed indication problem and no landing flaps. Request join and landing.
Sierra Sierra Alpha, Roger, clear to join straight in for runway 14, QNH 1013.
1013, straight in runway 14, Sierra Sierra Alpha. Review. Alright, we can't use the flaps, but the runway here is over 3,000 meters, so landing distance is no problem at all. The challenge is going to be the increased landing speed due to lack of flaps, combined with the absence of our indicated airspeed. You'll have to use feel, sound and experience to judge your airspeed for landing. Don't get too slow as you'll risk a stall, and the runway is long enough for a fast landing. The stall warning will still work as usual, which will be your last line of defence.
Sierra Sierra Alpha, cleared to land, runway 14, wind calm.
Get us down safely and come to a stop on the runway. Go easy on the controls. Go easy on the controls. Go easy on the controls.